Друзья, привет! Hi! Мы с вами с огромнейшим удовольствием продолжаем записывать курс 10 тысяч английских слов. И если вам нравится идея данного видео и само видео, то просьба поставить лайк. Thanks! И действительно, мы с вами продолжаем. Если вы поддержите, можно прям подряд 2-3 видео именно про английские слова. Если же нет, то есть и другие курсы. Английский с нуля, английская грамматика для среднего уровня, для высшего уровня, advanced и другие темы. Обязательно пишите, чтобы мне понять, что дальше записывать. Okay, so thanks in advance. Спасибо за внимание, а мы с вами продолжаем. Итак, so, the word, слово 901. 901. Sad. Sad. Переводится как грустный. Например, she's so sad. Она такая грустная. She's so sad. She's so sad. Что случилось? What's happened? Happen – это случаться, происходить. Соответственно, смотрите, иногда говорят так. What's happened? Сейчас мы с вами это разберем. What's happened? Что произошло? Видите, что такое S? S – это сокращенно от has. То есть полная форма what has happened или what's happened, что произошло, время present perfect. Вы также можете посмотреть видеокурс «Времена в английском языке простым языком» или же время present perfect простым языком. So, she is so sad. What's happened? Next, upset. Upset – расстроена. She is so upset. Она так расстроена. She is so upset. She is so upset. She can't stop crying. She can't stop crying. То есть она не может перестать плакать. She can't stop crying. She's so upset, she can't stop crying. Далее, abroad. За границей. Смотрите, я хочу учиться за границей. I want. Ну, на самом деле, честно говоря, мне I'd like. Я хотел бы. I'd like to study abroad. Я хотел бы учиться за границей. I'd like to study abroad. Также можно сказать I'd like to work abroad. Я хотел бы работать за границей. I'd like to work abroad. Я хотел бы работать за границей. And you? А вы? Далее. Next. Emigrate. Emigrate, в принципе, очевидно. Эмигрировать. Я хочу эмигрировать в Соединенные Штаты. I want to emigrate to the United States. So, you can say, I want to emigrate. Я хочу эмигрировать. I want to emigrate to the United States. В Соединенные Штаты. To the United States. I want to immigrate to the United States. And I'd like to ask you one thing. Я хотел бы спросить вас одну вещь. What do you think about immigration? What do you think? Такая очень полезная разговорная фраза. What do you think? Что ты думаешь? Ты, вы. What do you think? What do you think about immigration? Что вы думаете об иммиграции? Okay, so let's have a look at all these things one more time. You see, sad. She's so sad. What's happened? Really, what's happened? А если мы хотим спросить, что случилось с ней, как мы с вами скажем what's happened? И многие говорят with her. Что случилось с ней? But, please, remember one very important thing. Запомните одну очень важную вещь. We don't say happen with. It's incorrect. Это неправильно. It's wrong. Это неправильно. It's incorrect. It's wrong. It isn't right. So it isn't correct. So we have to say, or we say, мы говорим happen to. So grammatically correct. Грамматически правильно. Happen to. So what's happened or what's happened to her. Yeah, so it's a very important thing. So the next word, you see, upset. She is so upset. She can't stop crying. Really, it's a real pity. Действительно такая жалость. Abroad. So, I'd like to study abroad. I'd like to work abroad. And you? So, it's very interesting for me to know your opinion. Please write about it in the comments. So, do you want to study abroad? Do you like to work abroad? So, if yes or if no, please explain why. So, the next two words. Immigrate and immigration. So, I want to immigrate to the United States. So, and what about you? Do you want to immigrate to some country? And the second question, what do you think about immigration, really? What's your opinion about it? So, you see. Next, visa. I got a visa. Я получил визу. I got a visa. I got a visa. Well, it's easy to understand it. Это легко понять. Это accommodation. То есть accommodation – жилье. This accommodation – это жилье. Именно то, что я искал. This accommodation. Обратите внимание на spelling. Spelling – это правописание. Double C, double M. So, double C, double M. I know that lots of students make mistakes. Делают ошибки when they try. Когда они пытаются, when they try to write this word. So, really, these mistakes are very common. Эти ошибки очень распространены. This accommodation is exactly, именно то. This accommodation is exactly what I was looking for. What I was looking for. Look for – это искать. So, this accommodation is exactly what I was looking for. Address. So, you know, someone can ask, кто-то может спросить, what's your address? What's your address? Какой твой адрес? What's your address? Yeah, so the same thing, та же самая вещь. Double D, double S. What's your address? So, please, write this word correctly. Правильно пишите данное слово. Verb. Verb. Глагол. Глагол. So, how many English verbs? Do you know how many? Как много английских глаголов? Вы знаете. How many English verbs? How many English verbs do you know? Do you know? How many English verbs do you know? As you remember, как вы помните, we have a course, у нас есть курс 300 English verbs, 300 английских глаголов. I think really, you know, it's a very good idea to have a look at this course or to watch it, или посмотреть его. Okay, adverb. Значит, наречия. What adverbs? What adverbs? Какие наречия do you usually use in your speech? What adverbs? What adverbs do you usually... Какие наречия вы обычно используете в своей речи? What adverbs do you usually use in your speech? What adverbs do you usually use in your speech? Of course, конечно, it's usually, это usually and some others и некоторые другие. You know, вы знаете, but there are some adverbs, есть некоторые наречия, which we often use in spoken English, которые часто мы используем именно в разговорном английском. Если вам это интересно, so if you're interested in this subject, please let me know. Пожалуйста, дайте мне знать, and we'll make a great course, or we'll try, мы попытаемся, really try to make a great course about, you know, most commonly used adverbs, you know, in spoken English. Okay, so well done. So anyway, let's have a look. So you see, visa, I got a visa. Accommodation, this accommodation is exactly what I was looking for. Address, what's your address? Verb, how many English verbs do you know? Adverb, what adverbs do you usually use in your speech? Okay, so, yeah, quite nice. Okay, next, adjective. Right, adjective. Adjective переводится как прилагательное. I tried to use. Я стараюсь использовать. I tried to use different adjectives. Различные прилагательные. I tried to use different adjectives. И существительные. Different adjectives. And nouns. Nouns это существительные. And nouns in my speech. В моей речи. In my speech. Это adjective это прилагательное. Noun это существительное. Okay, so next. Comma. Comma это запятая. Don't forget. Не забудь. Don't forget. Не забудь. Don't forget. Don't forget to put a comma. Поставить запятую после этого слова. To put a comma. To put a comma after this word. After this word. Don't. Переводится как точка. Часто используем, когда говорим какой-то адрес. Например, мы с вами говорим YouTube. Просто там YouTube. А также могли бы сказать youtube.com, 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 точка. Далее advertisement. Соответственно, advertisement переводится как рекламные объявления. So, I saw, я видел это рекламное объявление, эту рекламу. I saw this advertisement. Там, в местной газете. In the local. Local — это местное. I saw this advertisement in the local newspaper. In the local newspaper. Okay, so adjective, noun. I try to use different adjectives and nouns in my speech. Comma. Don't forget to put a comma after this word. Dot. youtube.com. Advertisement. I saw this advertisement in the local newspaper. Next, advertising. Реклама. Some people say, некоторые люди говорят, some people say, what do they say? Что они говорят? That they hate. Что они ненавидят рекламу. That they hate advertising. Some people say that they hate advertising. So, advice, совет. I need your advice. Мне нужен твой совет. I need your advice. Please help me. Пожалуйста, помоги мне. Please help me. I need your advice. Please help me. Далее, advice. Соответственно, advice — это глагол советовать. What can you advise? Что ты можешь посоветовать? What can you advise? Или также можно сказать what can you recommend? Значит, recommend переводится рекомендовать. So, what can you advise? What can you recommend? И share переводится как делиться, первое значение. Значит, I share, я делюсь своими знаниями с вами. I share my knowledge with you. Делюсь с моими знаниями. Знания единственное, в английском языке это, соответственно, у нас без s, как бы единственное число неисчисляемое. I share my knowledge with you. И share это также доля. Share. So, a market share это рыночная доля, то есть доля рынка. A market share. Alright, so what do we have? Advertising. Some people say that they hate advertising. Advice. I need your advice. Please help me. Advice. What can you advise? What can you recommend? So share. I share my knowledge with you. A market share. Okay, afraid. Бояться. Не надо бояться. Don't be afraid. Не надо бояться. Don't be afraid. Просто делай это. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Просто делайте. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Okay, frightened. Frightened, напуган. He is so frightened. Он так напуган. And I don't know why. Я не знаю почему. And I don't know. And I... Если медленно говорим and I don't know. Но часто так же. And I don't know. So, he is so frightened and I don't know. И я не знаю why. I don't know why. Я не знаю почему. И там scared. Scared тоже очень напуган. Scared. Значит, she is so scared. Она так напугана. She is so scared. В чем причина? What's the reason? То есть можно сказать why. Или даже есть выражение what's the reason? В чем причина? What's the reason? Age. Значит, age это возраст. Там скажи мне свой возраст. Там tell me your age. Скажи мне свой возраст. Tell me your age. Или просто говорим tell me. Там, и дальше мы задаем tell me one thing. Yeah, I'd like to ask you one question. So, how old are you? Сколько тебе? Tell me your age. And pollution. Pollution это it's a real problem. Pollution is a real problem. Загрязнение. Pollution is a real problem. Это реальная проблема. Is a real problem. So, what do you know? Что ты знаешь о различных экологических проблемах? What do you know? What do you know about different С временами как будет экологические, но говорят только выражение environmental problems. What do you know about different environmental? Environment – это окружающая среда, а вот environmental связанные с окружающей средой. So what do you know about different environmental problems? Alright, so afraid. Afraid, don't be afraid, just do it. Frightened, he is so frightened and I don't know why. Scared, she's scared. What's the reason? Age, tell me your age. Pollution, pollution is a real problem. What do you know about different environmental problems? Okay, prince. Там prince так и будет принц. Например, он ее принц. He is her prince. He is her prince. То они влюблены друг в друга. They are in love. Это выражение to be in love, быть влюбленной. They are in love. Далее alcohol. Там алкоголь. Например, я не употребляю алкоголь, то есть я не пью. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. Я не пью алкоголь. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. So alcohol. Okay, so I don't drink alcohol. Далее alarm. Alarm как сигнализация и alarm clock будильник. So I forgot. Я забыл завести будильник. I forgot to set my alarm clock. Я забыл завести свой будильник. I forgot to set my alarm clock. So animal. Соответственно, animal – животное. So, вы знаете, I'd like to ask you one question. Я хотел спросить вас один вопрос. I'd like to ask you one question. To ask you. Либо задать вас один вопрос. I'd like to ask you one question. Что вы думаете о диких животных? What do you think? Опять же, видите нашу конструкцию. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think about wild animals? Что вы думаете о диких животных? About wild animals. What do you think about wild animals? Okay, and apologize. Извиниться. So, вы знаете, I'd like to apologize. Я хотел бы извиниться за свое поведение. I'd like to apologize. Если я хотел бы извиниться за то, что редко выкладываю видео, но really I'd like to apologize for it. I'd like to apologize for my behavior. I'd like to apologize for my behavior. So, prince, he's your prince. They are in love. Alcohol, I don't drink alcohol. Alarm, I forgot to set my alarm clock. Animal, I'd like to ask you one question. What do you think about wild animals? What do you think about wild animals? Yeah, apologize. I'd like to apologize for my behavior. Alright, so next, pie. Соответственно, пирог. Она сготовила яблочный пирог. She cooked an apple. She cooked an apple pie. She cooked an apple pie. Далее, arrest. Очень часто в новостях там они были арестованы. They were arrested. Используется страдательный залог. У нас с вами есть видео «Страдательный залог» во всех временах. Обязательно посмотрите. Это очень полезное видео, полезное, информативное. So, they were arrested. Далее, arrive. Соответственно, they arrived. Они прибыли в аэропорт. They arrived. Вспоминаем, какой предлог. Если город, страна, то in. Там they arrived in. Они прибыли в Нью-Йорк. They arrived in New York. Но если в аэропорт, то мы с вами говорим they arrived at the airport. They arrived at the airport. Okay, so Asia. Соответственно, Азия. So, have you ever been? Вы когда-либо были в Азии? Have you ever been? Have you ever been? Have you ever been to Asia? Asia. Азия. Have you ever been to Asia? Asia. Okay, awful. Значит, ужасный. Значит, this weather. Эта погода ужасная. This weather is awful. Эта погода ужасная. This weather is awful. Alright, so pie. She cooked an apple pie. Arrest. They were arrested. Arrive. They arrived in New York. They arrived at the airport. Asia. Have you ever been to Asia? Awful. This weather is awful. Далее, terrible. Ужасная. Значит, он сделал ужасную ошибку. He made a terrible mistake. Помним выражение make a mistake, make mistakes. So he made a terrible mistake. She made a terrible mistake. Extremely означает очень. Например, можно сказать I'm tired, это я просто устал. I'm tired можно усилить. I'm very tired. Также можно сказать I'm extremely tired. So I'm extremely, то есть это усиливает также. Я очень устал. I'm extremely tired. Но если на самом деле можно сказать было в одно слово, просто I'm exhausted. Я истощен. I'm exhausted. Также у нас с вами было видео, если вы помните, сильные прилагательные в английском языке. Чтобы усилить сильное прилагательное, мы добавляем absolutely, то есть I'm absolutely exhausted. Я просто невероятно истощен в конце недели. I'm absolutely exhausted в конце недели. At the end of this week. I'm absolutely exhausted at the end of this week. Yeah, that's true. Okay, guest. Значит, гость. Значит, там было, например, 3 гостя. There were. So, конструкция there is, there are в единственном числе. В прошедшем времени there was, единственное число, множественное there were. There were 3 guests. Было 3 гостя. There were 3 guests на вечеринке. At the party. There were 3 guests at the party. Соответственно, ghost, значит, привидение. I'm not afraid. Я не боюсь. I'm not afraid. Я не боюсь. И помню, что используем предлог of. I'm not afraid of ghosts. Я не боюсь привидения. Не боюсь привидения. I'm not afraid of ghosts. И God. I believe in God. Я верю в Бога. And you? Do you believe in God? I believe in God. I believe in God. Okay, so terrible. He made a terrible mistake. Extremely. I'm very tired. I'm extremely tired. I'm absolutely exhausted at the end of this week. Guest. There were 3 guests at the party. Ghost. I'm not afraid of ghosts. God. I believe in God. Okay, planet. Соответственно, планета. Мы живем на этой планете. We live on this planet. We live on this planet. Мы живем на этой планете. We live on this planet. Или universe. Соответственно, вселенная. So, who created? Who created? Кто создал нашу вселенную? Who created our universe? Who created our universe? It's a very interesting question. So, who created our universe? God. Бог. Who created our universe? И ground — это земля. Я положил это на землю. I put it on the ground. I put it on the ground. И Earth — это планета, земля. То есть земля в смысле как планета. Earth. So, you know, там, вы знаете, там, our planet, наша планета называется, our planet is called so. Наша планета так называется. Is called so. Earth. Обычно the Earth используем с артиклем the Earth. Земля. И moon. Там, я вижу луну. I see the moon. Я вижу луну. I see the moon. In the sky. На небе. I see the moon in the sky. Alright, so planet. We live on this planet. Мы живем на этой планете. Там, ты веришь в жизнь на других планетах? Do you believe? Do you believe, что существует жизнь? Do you believe? Вы просили посложнее предложение. Вот вам. So, you can see it. Do you believe that life exists? Что жизнь существует? That life exists on other planets? Do you believe that life exists on other planets? Universe. Who created our universe? God. So, ground, I put it on the ground. Earth, our planet is called so. И moon, I see the moon in the sky. So, it's so romantic. Это так романтично. It's so romantic. It's so romantic. Это так романтично. It's so romantic. Alright, so planet. Yeah, I see the moon in the sky. It's so romantic. Next, space. Значит, space — это космос, и space — это пространство. I need more space. Мне нужно больше пространства. I need more space. This room — это комната. This room is too small. Эта комната слишком маленькая. This room is too small. So I need more space. This room is too small. Next, average. Переводится как в среднем. Average. For example, он показал, he showed an average result. Он показал средний результат. He showed an average result. И к вам такой вопрос. So, I have a question for you. So the verb show, глагол show, so is it regular or irregular? Это правильный или неправильный глагол? Showed. Многие думают, что это правильный глагол. Действительно, вторая форма правильная, но на самом деле неправильная, что третья форма не showed, а shown. Show, showed, shown. So he showed an average result. Окей, bacon. Тоже, в принципе, интересное слово. В принципе, русский перевод бекон, ветчина. So I want to buy, я хочу купить. I want to buy some bacon. Next, beer. Смотрите, многие путают эти два слова. Bear and beer. Значит, bear это медведь, beer это пиво. Совершенно разные слова. So, what other animals? Какие другие животные вы можете назвать? What other animals? What other animals can you name? Вы можете назвать на английском языке. Can you name in English? What other animals can you name in English? So please write about it. It's very interesting to know how many animals you can name and mood. I'm in a very good mood. Я в очень хорошем расположении духа. I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a very good mood. Or I'm in a very bad mood. В плохом настроении. So space, I need more space. This room is too small. Average. He showed an average result. Bacon, I want to buy some bacon. Bear, don't, but bear and beer, these words are different. What other animals can you name in English? So, mood, I'm in a very good mood. So, badminton, I like playing. Мне нравится играть в badminton. I like playing badminton. I like playing badminton. It's my hobby. Это мое хобби. It's my hobby. It's my hobby. Значит, baseball. Там ты когда-либо играл в бейсбол. Опять же, используем конструкцию. Have you ever played baseball? Have you ever played baseball? И baker, соответственно, bake это печь, baker это пекарь. Но мы обычно с вами встречаем булочная. Например, he is at the baker's. Он в булочной. He is at the baker's. He is at the baker's. И далее интересные слова. Соответственно, holiday, каникулы. I'm on holiday. Я на каникулах. I'm on holiday. И, соответственно, vacation in American English. Yes, we use vacation. We use holiday in British English and vacation in American English. So you can hear I'm on holiday or I'm on vacation. Right. So, all right. So let's have a look at all this. One more time. So badminton, I like to play badminton. It's my hobby. Have you ever played baseball? Baker, he is at the baker's. Holiday, I'm on holiday. Vacation. Okay, careful. Осторожный. He is a very careful. He is a very careful driver. Он очень осторожный водитель. Boring, скучный. Your lessons, твои уроки никогда не бывают скучными. Your lessons are never boring. Your lessons are never boring. Там, beauty, это переводится как красота. You're so beautiful. Мы с вами скажем, ты такая красивая. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Я восхищаюсь твоей красотой. I admire. Admire, восхищаться. I admire your beauty. You're so beautiful. I admire your beauty. Salon, салон. Салон. Смотрите, this is, это, соответственно, салон красоты. This is a beauty. This is a beauty salon. This is a beauty salon. И Англия. Например, почему ты думаешь, что он некрасивый? Why do you think that? Why do you think? Почему ты думаешь? Why do you think that he is ugly? Почему ты думаешь, что он некрасивый? Why do you think that he is ugly? Я думаю, что он красивый. Например, I think he is... Смотрите, beautiful — это красивый, а девушках, если там о мужчинах и парнях, там говорим handsome. I think he is handsome. I think he is handsome, or he is good looking. Он хорошо выглядит. He is handsome. Right, so careful. He is a very careful driver. Boring. Your lessons are never boring. Beauty. You are so beautiful. I admire your beauty. Salon. This is a beauty salon. Ugly. Why do you think that he is ugly? I think he is handsome. Окей, belong, принадлежать. Это принадлежит мне. It belongs to me. It belongs to me. So, don't take it. Не надо это брать. Don't take it. Don't take it. It belongs to me. Don't take it. Borrow. Значит, borrow это занять. So, he borrowed, он занял очень большую сумму денег. He borrowed a very big sum of money. He borrowed a very big sum of money. He borrowed a very big sum of money. Далее, lend, одалживать. I don't think. Я не думаю, что он тебе сможет одолжить эти деньги. I don't think that he'll be able. Can – это мочь. В будущее время это will be able. I don't think that he'll be able. Краткая форма от will – he'll. He will. I don't think that he'll be able to lend you. Одолжить тебе this money. Одолжить тебе эти деньги. This money. Money в английском языке единственное число, поэтому this. This. Не these, а this. So I don't think that he'll be able to lend you this money. Withdraw. Соответственно, withdraw это забрать. So я собираюсь. I'm going to withdraw. Забрать там эту сумму денег с моего там банковского счета. I'm going to withdraw this sum of money. I'm going to withdraw this sum of money from my account. С его счета. From my account. И belt ремень. So belt. So, for example, he got fatter. Он пожирнел. Дословно, он стал потолще. He got fatter. Этот ремень слишком маленький для него. This belt is too small. This belt is too small for him. Okay, so belong. It belongs to me. Don't take it. Borrow. He borrowed a very big sum of money. Lend. I don't think that he'll be able to lend you this money. Withdraw. I'm going to withdraw this sum of money from my account. Belt. He got fatter. This belt is too small for him. Okay, postcard, открытка. I sent her. Я отправил ей открытку. I sent her a postcard. Она была такая довольна. She was so pleased. Далее, bookshelf, на полку. Там, I put it, я положил это на ту полку. I put it on that bookshelf. Bookshop, соответственно, книжный магазин. So, I saw him in a bookshop. Я видел его в книжном магазине. It isn't surprising. Это не удивительно. It isn't surprising. He isn't surprising. Это не удивительно. Там он увлекается чтением. He is keen on reading. Или можно сказать, he is keen on reading. Он увлекается чтением. And in fact, и в действительности, and in fact, he reads a lot. И в действительности читает очень много. Boots, соответственно, ботинки. Значит, я хочу купить эти ботинки. I want to buy там these boots. Там они удивительны, они замечательные. They are amazing. То есть они просто супер. They are amazing. I need them. Они мне нужны. I need them. И, в принципе, мы с вами также посмотрим названия некоторых стран, популярных стран и городов на английском языке. Во-первых, произношение потренируем. So we'll practice pronunciation. So it's the first reason. But there is the second reason too. Есть вторая причина. We need, to practice using basic structures in English. Мы должны с вами попрактиковаться в использовании базовых конструкций на английском языке. So using English cities and countries. So you see. That's why we are going to do it. So, Brazil. Например, ты когда-либо был в Бразилии? Очень часто задается такой вопрос. Смотрите. So, have a look. Have you ever? И далее вы говорите have you ever? Ты когда-либо был? И называете have you ever been? То есть у нас был случай там с Brazil. Have you ever been to Brazil? Have you ever been to Brazil? Have you ever been to Moscow? Ты когда был в Москве? Have you ever been to London? Ты когда-либо был в Лондоне? Have you ever been to New York? So, have you ever been to Los Angeles? Have you ever been to Beijing? Beijing. Вот самое сложное это Beijing. Beijing переводится как Пекин. Have you ever been to Beijing? И вам такое мини-задание. Вот напишите, например, я хочу поехать. I want to go. Там, я хочу. I want to visit. Я хочу посетить. I want to visit. Дальше называете какое-то место или страну. Because. И вы говорите почему. Там, I want to visit. Там, I want to visit London. Я хочу посетить Лондон. Because it's my greatest dream. Потому что моя огромная мечта. So, you see. I want to visit. Okay, next. So, the next thing. Shanghai. 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 So, what is Shanghai? Что такое Шанхай? Shanghai. Shanghai. You know, I really like Chinese. Мне всегда нравится китайский язык, and I used to learn it. Раньше его учил. Shanghai is a business center in China. Это бизнес-центр. Это экономический центр Китая. То есть, давайте скажем, не бизнес-центр, а экономический центр. Shanghai is a business, ну, можно сказать, и бизнес. Shanghai is a business center. Is a business center. Shanghai is a business center in China. Можно центр писать по-разному. Здесь уже зависит как бы британский манер или же американский. Shanghai is a business center in China. So, Beijing is considered to be, считается, a political center, and as far as Shanghai is concerned, we often say that it's a business center or it's economic center in China, you see. Okay, and let's look at some other cities, you know. So what is important is pronunciation. So let's have a look, and I think that you'll hear it too. So you see, Paris. So там опять же можно говорить have you ever, вы спрашиваете, и конструкция, например, я был, там I have been. И вот эти говорить I have been to Paris many times. Я был в Париже много раз. I have been to Paris many times. Many times. I've been to Paris many times. Там, I've been to California. Там, я был в Калифорнии дважды. I've been to California. I've been to California twice. I've been to California. I've been to California twice. Там, или I've been to Dubai. I've been to Tokyo. Там, и говорить там many times, twice и так далее. То есть, если у вас есть как раз many times, там сколько-то раз, или I have never, я никогда не был, или have you ever, то present perfect. So, right. Например, Rome — это Рим, и Istanbul, соответственно, Стамбул. Вы говорите, я никогда не был в Риме. I have never been. I have never been. То есть, такие вот полезные фразы. I have never been to Rome. I have never been to Rome, or I have never been to Istanbul. Istanbul. Okay, so really it's so interesting, great. Alright, so the next question, следующий вопрос. The next question I'd like to ask you. The next question, следующий вопрос, который я хотел бы спросить. The next question I'd like to ask you. I'd like to ask you, который я хотел бы вас спросить, is the following. Следующее is the following. The next question I'd like to ask you is the following. So, what were your favorite subjects at school? Какие у вас были любимые предметы школы? What were your favorite? What were your favorite? What were your favorite subjects? What were your favorite subjects at school? What were your favorite subjects at school? For example, you can answer biology, биология, mathematics, математика, literature. Right, so Rome, Istanbul, I have never been to Rome. Можно говорить I have never been, или в разговорной речи часто сокращаем. I've never been to Rome, I've never been to Istanbul. Biology, mathematics, literature. So, what are your favorite subjects at school, please? Write about it in the comments. So, PE переводится как Physical Education, физическое образование, физкультура, уроки физкультуры. I really liked, мне действительно нравились уроки физкультуры. I really liked PE lessons. I really liked PE lessons. Chemistry, I didn't like chemistry, там, to tell you the truth, сказать вам правду. to tell you the truth, I didn't like chemistry. I didn't like chemistry. I didn't understand it. Я не понимал это. I didn't understand it. So it's obvious, очевидно, that I didn't like it. Because when we don't understand something, we often don't like it. So to tell the truth, I didn't like it. And some more words. So bird, ну, естественно, там птица. Это легко догадаться. So, for example, she saw a bird. Она увидела птицу. She saw a bird in the sky, на небе. She saw a bird in the sky. She saw a bird in the sky. Right, so bless. Значит, bless переводится как благословлять. Там. И, соответственно, там Бог благословит тебя. I hope God will bless you. I hope God will bless you. И также есть такая фраза bless you. Там чихнули. Bless you. Bless you переводится как будь здоров. Bless you. То есть bless you, да, переводится дословно благословляю тебя. Там пусть благословит тебя Всевышний. Получается, что bless you, будь здоров. Bless you. И check. So, I'm not quite sure about it. Я не совсем уверен об этом. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Это я не уверен. I'm not sure about that. Но часто в английском языке мы добавляем какие-то слова. Там не просто I'm not sure, там I'm not quite sure. Я не вполне уверен насчет этого. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure about that. I need to check it. Мне нужно это проверить. I need to check it. I need to check it. Там подожди немного. Wait a bit. Wait это подожди. Wait. Wait a bit. Подожди немножко. Wait a bit. So I'm not quite sure about that. I need to check it. Wait a bit. So I really like P lessons. Chemistry, to tell the truth, I didn't like it. She saw a bird in the sky. So bless. I hope God will bless you. Bless you. Check. I'm not quite sure about that. I need to check it. Wait a bit. Далее. Climb. Забраться. Значит, соответственно, he climbed. Там он забрался. He climbed up. Забрался. He climbed up. Climb. Забираться. Соответственно, B isn't pronounced. B не произносится. He climbed up the mountain. Он забрался на гору. He climbed up the mountain. Ну, используется еще в другом значении. Ну, обычно там забраться может по карьерной лестнице. Например, я хотел бы, I'd like to climb up. Я хотел бы забраться, расти по карьерной лестнице. I'd like to climb up the career. Career это карьера, а карьерная лестница это выражение career ladder. So I'd like to climb up the career ladder. И board, соответственно, доска, основное значение. Я люблю писать на такой доске. I'd like writing on this board. On this board, на этой доске. I like writing on this board. И, соответственно, rubber или eraser это ластик. So I don't have a rubber. I don't have a rubber. Or I don't have an eraser. И можно сказать I'll have, мне придется это переписать. I'll have to rewrite it. Rewrite это переписать. I'll have to rewrite it. То есть to write it again. I'll have to write it again. So have должен, в будущем времени говорим will have to. Okay, and card. Соответственно, card. Карта, например, he has a credit card. He has a credit card. У него есть кредитная карта. He has a credit card. It's obvious. Это очевидно. He has a credit card. It's obvious. Alright, so climb. He climbed up the mountain. I'd like to climb up the career ladder. I like writing this board. Rubber. I don't have a rubber. I don't have an eraser. I have to rewrite it. Right. I have to write it again, or I'll have to rewrite it. So the next word. So quite useful. Card. Достаточно полезный. Quite useful. Card. He has a credit card. It's obvious. So calculator. So у меня есть калькулятор под рукой. I have a calculator. И вспоминаю, пока пишем, как бы слово под рукой. I have a calculator. Выражение at hand. Если нравится идея, то мы сами запишем устойчивое выражение с разными предлогами. I have a calculator at hand. Calculate. Посчитать. Давайте посчитаем наши издержки. Let's calculate. let's calculate our costs. Let's calculate our costs. Costs — это издержки. И, соответственно, illness. Значит, illness — это болезнь. This illness — это болезнь несерьезная, то есть не опасная. This illness isn't serious. This illness isn't serious. This illness isn't serious. И disease — это болезнь. Обычно disease — это какая-то более серьезная же болезнь. So, она страдает. She suffers. Она страдает from this. Suffer from, кстати. У нас есть с вами видеокурс 300 глаголов. Мы там разбираем как раз 300 английских глаголов, и в том числе suffer, as far as I remember, как я помню. So, he suffers from, он страдает от этой болезни. He suffers from this disease. Он страдает от этой болезни, то есть он болеет этим. He suffers from this disease. I hope. И надеюсь, он вскоре поправится. I hope. She, то есть она. И вспоминаем, как слово будет поправляться. Как будет поправляться in English? Конечно, можно сказать, suddenly you can say, I hope she'll recover. She'll recover soon. Okay, that's right. So if you say it, it will be right. So what about phrasal verbs? Что насчет фразовых глаголов? Can you remember a phrasal verb which means the same? Можете вспомнить фразный глагол which means the same, который означает то же самое. Right, yeah, we can. We can do it. Поправляться, у нас есть фразовые глаголы. Видеокурс 200 фразовых глаголов, обязательно посмотрите. И там мы проходили, что get over — это фразовый глагол, часто употребляется, например, на поправку. I hope she'll get over soon. Really, it's very important. Yeah, to hope. Иметь надеяться, to hope for something, and to have a hope, иметь надежду. I think that you'll support me. Right, so calculator. I have a calculator at hand. Calculate. Let's calculate our costs. Illness. This illness isn't serious. Disease. She suffers from this disease. I hope she'll get over soon. Yeah, it's very important to hope for something. Yeah, right. Сейчас с вами у нас будет общее повторение. Обязательно посмотрите на английском языке. Okay, 10,000 English words. Yeah, we did. We have studied the first 1,000. Мы с вами изучили первые 1000, the first 1,000. Okay, so thanks for your support. Sad. She is so sad. What's happened to her? Upset. She's so upset. She can't stop crying. Really, it's a real pity. Действительно жаль. Abroad. I'd like to study abroad. I'd like to work abroad. And you? Emigrate. Immigration. I want to immigrate to the United States. What do you think about immigration? Visa. I got a visa. Accommodation. This accommodation is exactly what I was looking for. Address. What's your address? Verb. How many English verbs do you know? Adverb. What adverbs do you usually use in your speech? Adjective and noun. So I try to use different adjectives and nouns in my speech. Comma. Don't forget to put a comma after this word. Okay, we can put it, but I think that we don't need it. So, right, we don't need it. Okay, youtube.com. Advertisement. I saw this advertisement in the local newspaper. Advertising. Some people say that they hate advertising. Advice. I need your advice. Please help me. Advice. What can you advise? What can you recommend? So, share. I share my knowledge with you. A market share. Afraid. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Frightened. He's so frightened and I don't know why. Scared. She's scared. What's the reason? Age. Tell me your age. Pollution. Pollution is a real problem. What do you know about different environmental problems? Prince. He's your prince. They are in love. So he's your prince and she is his princess. They are in love. Alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. Alarm. I forgot to set my alarm clock. Animal. You know, I'd like to ask you one question. What do you think about wild animals? So, isn't it important to protect, for example, wild animals? Apologize. I'd like to apologize for my behavior. Pie. She cooked an apple pie. Arrest. They were arrested. Arrive. They arrived in New York. They arrived at the airport. Asia. Have you ever been to Asia? Awful. This weather is awful. So, for example, it's raining or it's been raining all day. Terrible. He made a terrible mistake. Extremely. I am very tired. I'm extremely tired. I am absolutely exhausted at the end of this week. Okay, guest. There were 3 guests at the party. Ghost. I am not afraid of ghosts. I believe in God. Planet. I believe on this planet. Do you believe that life exists on other planets? Universe. Who created our universe? God. Ground. I put it on the ground. Earth. Our planet is called so. Moon. I see the moon in the sky. It's so romantic. Space. I need more space. This room is too small. Average. He showed an average result. Bacon. I want to buy some bacon. Bear and beer. So what other animals can you name in English? In addition to bear, bears, wolves, foxes, okay, whatever. Mood. I'm in a very good mood. I'm so happy. You can see a smile on my face. Yeah, great. So next, badminton. I like playing badminton. It's my hobby. Baseball. Have you ever played baseball? Baker. He's at the baker's. Holiday. I'm on holiday or I'm on vacation. Careful. He's a very careful driver. Your lessons are never boring. So if really so, thanks a lot. So you make me feel so happy. You're so beautiful. I admire your beauty. This is a beauty salon. Ugly. What do you think? Why do you think that he is ugly? I think he is handsome or he's good looking. Belong. It belongs to me. Don't take it. Borrow. He borrowed a very big sum of money. He borrowed a very big sum of money to him, for example, to him. Okay, lend. I don't think that he'll be able to lend you this money. Withdraw. I'm going to withdraw this sum of money from my account, or on the contrary, to put some money on my account. So, some people spend, some people save up. It's a normal thing. So when you save up some and then you spend it, you save it up and then you spend. Okay, next, belt. He got fatter. This belt is too small for him. Okay, postcard. I sent her a postcard. She was so pleased. Bookshelf. I put it on that bookshelf. Bookshop. I saw him in a bookshop. It isn't surprising. He is keen on reading, and in fact, he reads a lot. Boots. And Brazil. So I want to buy these boots. They're amazing. I need them. I really need them. Have you ever been to Brazil? Have you ever been to Moscow? Have you been to London? Have you ever been to New York? Have you been to Los Angeles? Have you ever been to Beijing? And you can write, for example, I want to visit, I want to visit New York because, or I want to go to New York. I'd like to go to New York, or I want to live in New York. And you can write something else, and you can also develop these ideas and write why you really want to do it. So I think it can be a very good practice for you. Okay, so the next cities: Shanghai, Paris, California, Dubai, Tokyo. For example, Shanghai is a business center in China. I've been to Paris many times. I've been to California twice. Rome, Istanbul. I've never been to Rome, and I've never been to Istanbul too. Okay, what are your favorite subjects at school? Maybe biology, maybe mathematics, or maybe literature. Okay, I really like PE lessons. Chemistry, to tell you the truth, I didn't like it. Bird. She saw a bird in the sky. Bless. I hope God will bless you. Bless you? Check. I'm not quite sure about that. I need to check it, so wait a bit. For you can say, wait a bit. I look it up in the dictionary. I really like check it. I need some time to check it, or to make sure that it's correct. Make sure in Russian means убедиться. So I need some time to make sure that's correct, or I need some time to check it. So the next thing, climb. He climbed up the mountain. I'd like to climb up the career ladder. Yeah, I think it's a normal desire. Yeah, when we want to climb up the career ladder and to get more money. Yeah, it's money. Okay, but money actually is nothing. So there are other values. Есть другие ценности, spiritual values, духовные ценности. And, I know lots of people who put these values, spiritual values, in the first place. Okay, board. I like writing on this board. And rubber. I don't have a rubber, don't have an eraser, so I have to rewrite it. Card. He has a credit card, it's obvious. Calculator. I have a calculator at hand. Let's calculate our costs. Costs. Illness. This illness isn't serious disease. She suffers from this disease. I hope she'll get over soon. Yes, it's really important to have a hope or to have several hopes. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks for your huge support. So it's never boring. It's never boring for me to tell you these things again and again. So thank you very much. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. So, and really, we are very strong together. So I know it, and you know it too. So we all know it. So it's really great. That's great. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.